Calgary Flames cannot pass this opportunity to do something huge for the future of the franchise, as a new trade report from Darren Dreger makes things sound very promising for the trade market around Nazem Kadri. With the NHL trade freeze ending in mere hours, could we see a trade sooner than later? We're going to get into all that more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and it is true, if it is true, more like the Flames cannot pass this up. And what am I talking about? Well, Darren Dreger said kind of something that was kind of a bit of a bombshell recently, and it is this here. So Darren Dreger, talking about Nazem Kadri, said, I know, not just I think or I believe, I know that there are offers that are available to the Flames that are viewed as being good offers, offers that would make the Flames better. And I'm sorry, but if you're getting an offer that makes the team better, you take it. I know the way the market is right now, with the trade freeze ending very soon, the market is only going to get better and better. You hope, fingers crossed, I'm going to knock on wood, hope that I didn't just jinx it, but you hope the market's only just going to get better and better for our biggest pieces. Kadri, Coleman, you can throw in like a Weegs in there and maybe some other guys as well, but hearing this is very promising, and if it's true, the Flames cannot pass up this opportunity to do something to make the Flames better now. Yes, we love Kadri, but I don't know, maybe he wants to leave, maybe a team, he's still worth quite a bit, that a team would really want him. His value is kind of only going to decline over the years, left in his contract. So, again, if this is true, the Flames cannot pass this up, and like I said, the NHL trade freeze. Just as a reminder here, the NHL's Olympic trade freeze lifts at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tonight, which is just 9:59 p.m. our time, so 10 o'clock. So could we see a late night trade as soon as it opens up again? We'll have to see. As the champagne corks fly in Milan, no idea what Lee's talking about there. We're heading immediately back to your regularly scheduled programming. Yes, I'll just touch on the Olympics slightly. Sucks that Canada lost. I guess congrats to America. Best part was obviously that they brought out the Johnny Gaudreau jersey, but McDavid once again just can't get the job done, which, silver linings. Let's get into more trade reports then. If you go just all over the internet right now, especially Twitter, but I'd say in most places, look at this. Just the NHL Rumor Report Twitter, it's just Flames stuff. You go on there, it's all Flames right now. There's other teams. The Rangers are going to make trades, the Canucks, the Blues, the Predators, but it's all Flames right now. So Dreger again says, I do think the appetite for change is increasing with Nazem Kadri, which again, that piggybacks perfectly what we were talking about before, what he was talking about before, saying that, hey, maybe there are some good offers on the table, and maybe Kadri more and more wants to leave and go after another cup. So those things, if true from Dregs, are awesome to hear, and again, the Flames cannot pass it up. More, Saravalli talking about Weegs, he said, I think it has been a topic of conversation going back to late January, where teams have called to check in about his status. So Weegs is not someone the Flames necessarily have to trade. There's not really any guys left they have to. They got rid of Andersson, but if there is a huge market for Weegs, maybe, but only if you're getting a huge return for him. We know how valuable he is in the locker room, giving the youngsters some leadership and, some tips, helping with their development. Also great in the community, loves the city of Calgary, and could very well be the next captain of this team, but still interesting overall. Garrioch also said that the Senators trade deadline, he says, we're told the top priority is a right shot blue liner, and Weegs gets linked there every single day. Bruce Garrioch, or Garrioch, however you pronounce his name, he's been talking about it like crazy. Weegar to Ottawa. He wrote a huge article, and I think it was the Ottawa Citizen saying it a little while ago. Dregs again, this time talking about Coleman, said there's a guy that everybody is watching because he's so valuable. There'd be a number of teams that would jump at the opportunity to get him, which again, great to hear that there is a market for our guys. Let's see what else. Last one here, also from Garrioch. So he says, we believe the Red Wings have shown interest in Weegs as well. The Wings are one of those teams where they kind of missed out on Rasmus Andersson. They would have loved to go after him, but I don't think Yzerman was ever going to offer, the best thing. I know it was reported at one point that they had quite a bit on the table. Danielson, maybe at first, that kind of thing, but obviously I don't know if that was ever true. Seemed like other teams were much closer, as we know, Boston, Dallas, that kind of thing, and then he ended up going to Vegas. But hey, If they are still after someone like Weegs, that's okay. Build the market for him. And even if the Flames don't end up trading him, that is okay. Next thing we'll look at is this article here. So it comes from NHLrumours.com, and there could be a new meme at the end of this article on this channel based off how they wrote one of the people's names. But either way, NHL Rumors, what's going on with the Calgary Flames? I think that's what we care about a lot, is what's going on with the Flames. So what's going on from the Daily Faceoff YouTube channel? So David Pagnotta on the sheet talking with Jeff Merrick. So they were talking about the Calgary Flames and what could be next for them. Teams will be calling about Coleman, Kadri, Lomberg, Weegar, and others. Well, who are the others at this point? Might as well trade the whole team. So Merrick says, can you confirm anything about Calgary and what's going on there? I mean, the two biggest names, Kadri and Coleman. Wonder even someone like MacKenzie Weegar at the same time. Anything cooking with Cal? Well, let's get back to ice in the glass. This is written up with exact transcription, I think. Not ice on the ground here in a couple of seconds, sand in your toes. What the heck does that mean? I mean, reading it is so much worse than actually hearing what he says. Essentially, he's saying, what the heck's going on with Calgary? We hear Kadri and Coleman, maybe Weegar as well. What's happening with Calgary is the best way to put it. Pagnotta says, well, the mango and white rum, same color, by the way, orange, it's great. What? I don't understand what's going on here. I mean, I get the gist of what's going on, but what's actually being said and reading it instead of listening to it is hilarious. But either way, the Flames, I think they're going to be there's more movement coming. Before his injury, there was a lot of smoke around Blake Coleman, a lot to the point where I would be surprised if he's not moved by the deadline. And again, this might not be the first time we're hearing this, but hearing that the injury isn't a problem is a good thing. He's obviously back on the active roster. He's been practicing. That's all great to hear. Pagnotta continues by saying, we know Kadri's open to a move. He's made that clear to the Flames. Now, they don't have to necessarily do anything now, but just the fact that he's relayed that message or his camps relayed that message speaks volumes. It definitely makes a Nazem Kadri trade feel more imminent. He continued by saying, we've talked about this before. It's a tight group. The veteran guys are a tight group, and once you start to see guys leave, Andersson's out, Coleman's likely next. Kadri could be out as well. If you're MacKenzie Weegar, you're sitting there going, what am I here for? Where did everyone go? Exactly. I got 5 more years of what, and that's what these other teams are going to start poking around on him. Ryan Lomberg is another guy pending UFA that a lot of teams are going to look at. So again, there is going to be a market for a lot of players on this team. The only thing is it's pretty much all just the veteran group. That is quite tight, and they don't all want to break apart. Who knows about Huberdeau's future as well with that injury? Will he be able to come back? That kind of thing. I kind of feel bad. I know in my bold predictions at the beginning of the season, I said Jonathan Huberdeau was going to retire. I almost feel guilty, that maybe I caused this upon him. I really didn't mean it in that way, but my goodness, kind of nuts there. But it is true. If more of these vets go out, then maybe some of the other guys won't want to stay as much. I think they're just diving into that more than is actually true. They understand the business side of hockey and stuff, and I think Weegs would want to be here no matter what, as would Coleman. But yeah, it is interesting to ponder anyway. He continues by saying, really the only name now where I haven't heard too much around is Sharangovich. And a bit of an off season for him, but just in terms of teams kind of poking around, haven't heard too much on him. I'm not expecting anything. None of us are. But the other guys, I am. And with Huberdeau done for the season and the expectation and likelihood that at least one more big name is out of Calgary by the March 6th deadline, they're going to be some more other changes that will follow suit in the summer. I've got to believe, and some teams believe that as well. Again, teams will be calling. Whatever happens at the deadline, unless Craig Conway, there you go. Who's Conway? Conway Twitty? What's going on here? Craig Conway. I thought it was Craig Conroy. Could this be the new Andrew or Michael Buckland? We got Craig Conway. But either way, unless Craig Conway completely cleans house right now, whatever doesn't happen at the deadline, I should say, is likely to happen around draft time and July 1st. So even if there aren't many huge trades at the deadline, it sounds like something could happen in the summer as well, which would be fine by us. Once we know our draft position, I'm sure Craig will cook something up if he wants to move up. You never know. If one of those guys is still around, Kadri, Coleman, you can make a huge trade in the summer as well, which welcome to pretty much Flames Digest, where it's trade rumors after trade rumors. But there you go. That's the latest going on right now with the Flames. Let's get into the comment of the day to wrap up this video, as we love to do here on the channel. Came from yesterday's video where apparently I offended Sabres fans, as if Sabres fans have anything to say. You're the Buffalo Sabres. But either way, whatever. Guitar Memoir here says, I will advocate for keeping Coleman again. He has a 10 approved team trade clause that has kicked in now. I doubt Buffalo is on it. If he's traded, I think it'll be somewhere else. If his wife moved to Texas, it would be nice to see Dallas pony up for him. And I think most Flames fans will agree. Coleman's probably still most likely to go to Dallas, of course. And look, someone else pointed out on yesterday's video, if Rantanen truly did get kind of hurt, maybe Dallas will get desperate and really make a move. I know Coleman's not a Rantanen replacement, but still, maybe they go for Kadri and Coleman at that point and try to make something work. Or they just give up because Rantanen's hurt so they don't think they can win. There's two sides to that story. But either way, very interesting comment there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today, for rest.